The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg explores the science behind why habits exist, how they function, and how they can be changed. At its core, the book explains that habits are a natural part of human behavior, formed by a pattern of cue, routine, and reward. This process, known as the habit loop, shapes everything we do, often without us even realizing it. Duhigg delves into the ways habits are formed in the brain, highlighting how they start as conscious decisions but eventually become automatic, freeing up mental space for other tasks. At the heart of the book is the idea that habits are not just repetitive actions, they are powerful forces that govern much of our behavior, often without our conscious awareness. Duhigg takes a thorough look at how habits are formed in the brain, how they influence our day-to-day actions, and how they can either help us or hinder us in achieving our personal and professional goals. Duhigg emphasizes that habits aren't inherently good or bad, but rather are shaped by the rewards they deliver. For example, an individual might develop the habit of drinking coffee every morning because the caffeine provides a boost of energy, which is a positive reward. Over time, the brain begins to associate the act of drinking coffee with that reward, making the behavior automatic. This loop can apply to many different areas of life, from personal routines to professional behavior. One of the key insights in the book is that changing a habit is possible, but it involves understanding and reshaping the habit loop. Duhigg argues that simply trying to break a bad habit isn't enough. Instead, to change a habit, a person must replace the old routine with a new one while keeping the same cue and reward. This is where the power of habit comes into play. The brain is more likely to accept a new behavior if it continues to receive the same reward, even if the routine that precedes it is different. This concept of replacing bad habits with good ones can lead to meaningful transformation, whether for an individual, a business, or even a society. The key to changing a habit is to identify the cue and reward and then alter the routine, replacing a bad habit with a more desirable one that satisfies the same need or craving. Duhigg also introduces the idea of keystone habits, which are habits that have a ripple effect, influencing other areas of life. For example, exercising regularly might not only improve one's physical health but can also lead to better eating habits, improved sleep, and enhanced mental clarity. These keystone habits create a foundation for positive change that extends into other behaviors. By identifying and cultivating key habits, individuals can transform multiple areas of their lives, creating a chain reaction of success and well-being. Throughout the book, Duhigg provides numerous real-life examples that demonstrate how habits influence not only individuals but also organizations and societies. He examines how businesses use the power of habit to shape consumer behavior, often in subtle and strategic ways. One of the key stories Duhigg shares is about Procter & Gamble's use of habit-based marketing to increase sales of their products by understanding the rituals and routines of their customers. By identifying the habitual behaviors of consumers and tapping into them, companies can create products and campaigns that feel almost irresistible to their target audience. The book also looks at how habits affect businesses and organizations. Duhigg discusses how companies use the science of habit to shape consumer behavior, often without people even realizing it. For instance, companies use advertising and product design to tap into existing consumer habits, making their products more appealing and ensuring customer loyalty. He also explores how organizations can create positive habits in their employees, such as fostering a culture of productivity or customer service, which ultimately leads to higher performance and satisfaction. Duhigg also discusses how companies and organizations can apply the principles of habit formation to improve performance and efficiency. For example, he shares the story of how Starbucks trained its employees to develop specific habits of customer service and problem solving, which not only led to better customer experiences but also boosted the company's overall success. In these cases, habits within organizations help shape company culture and influence business outcomes, showing how the habit loop is not limited to individual behavior but extends to larger systems as well. On a societal level, Duhigg explores how habits can create large-scale changes. He uses the example of the civil rights movement, illustrating how new social habits, such as regular sit-ins, marches, and organized boycotts, were critical in shifting public perception and mobilizing people to fight for justice. Habits, both individual and collective, are shown to be powerful forces for social change, as they can slowly chip away at the status quo and build momentum for something greater. Another central theme of the book is the role of belief in changing habits. Duhigg explains that for individuals to successfully change their habits, they must believe that change is possible. This belief often comes from support systems, whether through community, mentorship, or shared goals. With this belief, people can develop the persistence and motivation needed to overcome the challenges of habit change, even when progress seems slow or difficult. Belief acts as a critical catalyst for the persistence needed to make lasting changes in habits. Without belief, people may feel discouraged and give up on efforts to change, but with the right support and confidence in their ability to change, individuals can break free from destructive habits. Throughout the book, Duhigg uses real-world stories and examples to illustrate his ideas, such as how civil rights movements, businesses like Starbucks, and even individual athletes have used the power of habit to drive change. These examples show that habits don't only impact personal behaviors but can also influence larger social movements, organizational success, and even global trends. In the final chapters, Duhigg offers a framework for how individuals can change their own habits. He encourages readers to identify the cues that trigger their habits, to examine the rewards they are seeking, and then to experiment with different routines that can provide similar rewards. He advises starting small, focusing on one habit at a time, and being patient through the process. Duhigg underscores the importance of persistence, as habits take time to form and even longer to change. It's not about achieving perfection but about continuous improvement, which ultimately leads to lasting transformation. At the conclusion of the book, Duhigg encourages readers to reflect on their own habits and take control of them. He suggests starting small by focusing on one habit to change at a time, applying the concept of the habit loop to replace old routines with new ones. By understanding the science behind habits and recognizing the power they hold, individuals can take deliberate steps to improve their lives, achieve their goals, and build better habits that last. The Power of Habit provides readers with an insightful and engaging look into the science of habits and how they shape every aspect of our lives. By understanding the habit loop and applying the principles of habit formation and change, people can take control of their behaviors and make powerful changes in their lives. Whether it's overcoming a bad habit, creating a new positive routine, improving organizational performance, or influencing societal change, Duhigg shows that habits are the key to unlocking potential and achieving success. Overall, The Power of Habit provides a detailed and insightful look at how habits shape our behavior and how we can harness their power to create lasting change. By understanding how habits form, how they can be changed, and how they influence every part of life, individuals can use this knowledge to improve their health, productivity, and overall well-being.